Welcome to the News You Can Use podcast live. I am your host with the most big surf guy. And we got my boy D Class from I'm a Brand Podcast. D Class, say what up to the people, man.
Man, deal, man. What's up, everybody?
We in the building. I guess we gonna start where we left off from last time. Sliding down Surf Guy's timeline. I think we gotta do it on D Class timeline one day too. Just so we can see what's going on. 'Cause I feel like my timeline is just full of the gang of shit.
Yeah, my shit be on some. If you trying to start a business, I got plenty of videos with them motherfuckers.
I got plenty of videos for you. All right, let's get going. That's what I was watching before I jumped on. Let's see what we got today. So Big U blame Whack 100 and 600 for FBI raid. Let's see.
And the feds put Fed cases and stuff, right? He tried to catch up Nipsey with a gun case. He thought Nipsey had a gun. He asked Nipsey, "Where your gun? And you got the thing on you, right?" And he said, "Yeah." He leaves. He goes leave the bus, right? 2 minutes later, the feds hit. Go in there, you gaffle up Nipsey. He go in there and be like, "Hey, what y'all doing? Trying to 52 fake it." But the whole time, he sent them in there to get Nipsey. But Nipsey had a gun, but it wasn't on him. See, this is the kind of thing. And so Nipsey was like, damn, how would they come in there and start asking for a gun? I never even said about a gun. This is not even my bus. Why would they come and hit this bus, gaffle me, and ask for guns? Because the prior conversation, right, for the low, 350. But at the end of the day, it's like, homies start getting caught up and acting like it, like, damn, why is developing options on my paperwork and stuff like that? He's telling them, oh, because we was the first person that was on the scene that responded to it when they was picking you up. Homies was going for that until I started waking them up. Now they talking about, oh, yeah, oh, this is what he was about. Now everybody's backing away from him. But sweetheart is a real life bozo. He gets caught up. And then here, I'm showing you the contract, the paperwork, his signature. He haven't left the Zimbabwe yet. He haven't left the Australia. I said I would settle for any place in Canada. You could have went to Toronto. You could have just went anywhere. You could have went to Australia. Like, you could have went to New Zealand. Or you could have went to London, Paris, anything. But
All right. So I guess they got the court hearing for the RICO indictment.
What up, Ball First Family? We have some
We
exclusive.
don't want to hear nothing Reggie ain't right gotta say. Breaking Yellow Beezy artist on capital murder charges for Mo 3. So we got the Mo 3
Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy?
with the legend Willie D. Shout out Willie D and his podcast. This is what I was looking for. When he said what he said himself.
See what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, it was asking about whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all five. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from developing option, or I used developing options as a front Development option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from my as an employee for development option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans, and that's it. Just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't get none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back, and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for, and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes, and them coming around telling me I was using development option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's gonna be true. None of that's gonna be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they gonna arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you gonna lump me in with all them? But it's all the big picture though. It's all the big picture. Now I'm gonna be sitting in here. It's gonna be years on my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for my family. And you look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over though. That's what it's not. Blessings. So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in. There's no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sending it around, getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and then go on the internet and do what the fuck they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Cause I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wax said he's gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wax. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up all of it until they lock me up. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't fuck with Kenny. Everybody know I don't fuck with Brick Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them is the dudes you gonna have that call themselves turning against me. Well, ain't no turning against me. I ain't going for that. You might as well go get 600 away. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with developing option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with developing option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with developing option. Shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeated thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say it's all around the 60s. Watch and see. We just seen it with Thug. I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff that's assassinating my character. All right, man. Just pray for me. And again, they can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel like want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police and y'all sitting there following them? Everybody that's a part of them shows and 100 shows, all them shows, and y'all need to. Everybody who following them, promoting them, anything, y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people. They can put charges against anybody.
That's deep, boy, D class.
Man, that boy had to pull out the race car, bro. Like, come on, man. I mean, I get it though. I get what he's saying, but yeah, man, like it's a personal thing, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with color, bro. Like they don't like you, man.
Right. They've been watching everybody put two and two together and all this shit for a while. So it's just
It's crazy though, because like even when you look at the like the pictures, when they show everybody, it's like, bro, they put the three people that you would know right together, and then
on
put
the
big
news. Like
and
that's
then put
crazy.
big you in the middle. So it's like when you're looking at your screen, like that person in the middle is gonna be the first person you see. So they put him in the middle and then put Brick Baby right next to him. Like, come on.
That shit's crazy. Hold on, man. Hold on 1 second, D class. That shit's
Come
crazy.
on, bro. Like some of this stuff, man, like you gotta really pay attention, man. Like, come on, man. And then it's like if you follow what's going on, like you know that these dudes don't really
I'm gonna be the first one to say this. As a culture, we gotta do better. We gotta stop this shit. I do think a lot of that shit that these niggas do, you wouldn't catch me on the podcast doing. Yeah, we cover it sometime because it's entertaining. And I don't
man,
know if this be entertainment, dry snitching or what. But a lot of the stuff we be watching, I know after our conversations when we cut the cameras off, what we be saying.
facts. Put it like this, man. we we cover a lot of this shit because y'all want to pay attention to this shit. Cause yeah, I'm telling you, this shit was crazy. Like it's a bunch of grown men, bro. Like these niggas grown, bro.
The internet, man, is taking niggas out. Internet is setting niggas up for failure. You know, depending on how you use it. And we move a certain way with it. I have no opinion on what these people do or what they got going on. We just commentate on it. I wish everybody well, free Big U and everybody that's involved in this situation. It's unfortunate that our people got to go through this and be the one seen as the bad guy all the time. Like, and sometimes that's not even the case. Like, we don't know what's true, what's facts, and nothing. So I never come up with any assumptions of what I think of my opinion. But one thing I am gonna say, a lot of people do be on the internet saying a little bit too much stuff that should be more private behind closed doors. Instead of saying it on the internet, it's kind of wild. I probably fell victim to it in certain ways too. We probably all have said a little bit too much, but in this type of form or fashion about other people and things I know, I'm not. I don't even have no kind of like interest in that type of thing. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact, man. That's why it's like, you know, coming up with topics and shit to talk about, man. Like, it's really just based on what's popping at the time. Like, cause some of this shit, like, please believe, like, this shit do not be people topic of conversation on a daily basis. Bro. Like,
No.
even the podcasters and whatever that's really like on this shit, like them niggas ain't talking about this shit when them cameras go
Currency.
on.
No, they not. But let's get into Currency's card collection. Let's lighten it up because you see everything else. Mysteries of the and Long Skulls by Billy Carson. We got Whack 100 responds to Big U and Crash the fuck out. We'll do that in a minute. Suge Knight reveals disturbing convo between Quincy Jones and Tupac. I know where that's going. And here, let's see.
Currency, aka the rap game's Jay Leno, is an OG rapper from New Orleans. Starting his career around 2002, Currency, aka the rap game's Jay Leno, is an OG rapper from New Orleans. Starting his career around 2002, Spitter's prolific lifestyle doesn't just stop at rap and weed. He's also an insane car enthusiast, collecting actual Hot Wheels. Yes, but also a countless number of timeless, life-size automobiles. From old school Chevrolets to a deep Mercedes-Benz fever. Today, we're ranking Currency's car collection.
I got them all from 57 to motherfucking...
Before starting though, these will be 24 cars we know about Spitter owning. It is said that his warehouse is filled with around 40 vehicles in total, but of course, he doesn't show every single one of them to the public. Alright now, get your popcorn, your snacks, a cold drink, and let's get into it. Currency's favorite car brand must be Chevrolet. He owns at least 10 of them, so we'll kick it off with a 1976 Chevrolet Caprice Classic. This ride was featured in the 2012 Talib Kweli music video, Push Through. You can see Spitter rolling in that thing. Of course, he couldn't leave it plain, so he painted it with pinstripes and leafing. This baby has 14 batteries in the trunk, which means it gets up like an angry praying mantis. This is already a super clean whip, but somebody gotta be last, right? So, she gets 24th rank. We'll keep it lowrider for now, with this Chevrolet Impala glasshouse in this exquisite shade of vanilla. This two-door banana boat comes straight from the 70s. This should be a 74 to 76 model year, I'd say. And Spitter decided to add some gold Dayton rims to make it even better. She's saucy. 23rd place. But on the next spot, we're coming back to modern times. The silver Corvette C8 with a Targa top was added to the fleet in 2021, a silver one with red calipers. While Currency is mainly into older rides, you'll see that he can still appreciate the new Gen 2. The C8 gets 22nd place. Two of his first supercars were this little red Porsche Carrera 997 and this Ferrari F430 Spider. They were both featured in Jet Life Recordings' Radar Tower music video. In July 2004, Porsche presented the 6th generation 911 Carrera, known internally as the 997. To this day, it is considered as one of the greatest new age Porsches ever made. As for his F430, he got it in silver and added custom Forgiatos to go with it. An amazing duo. The second Ferrari in the collection is this mustard Ferrari F355 Spider. The Spider proved to be the second most popular F355 model, with a total production of 3,717 units. Typically, you can expect to pay around 100 grand for a 1999 model in good condition with average spec. Clean choice, 19th rank. Fresh Prince enters the chat, an icon. Bel Air is not just a prestigious neighborhood and Rick Ross's champagne brand. It's also a car, not any kind, one that's been available for 30 years from 1950 to 1981. Now we'll focus here on the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air in light blue that Currency owns. The thing's right up there with Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Corvette in terms of its popularity. This joint has the Jet Life license plate, which is referring to Jet Life Recordings, Spitter's own label. The Bel Air is a childhood classic, 18th place. The term benzo fever is characterized as an addiction to Mercedes-Benz. Real shit though. Well, Currency has that illness. It begins with this silver 90s Mercedes E320 wagon, a grandma essential. This station wagon was a variant of the S211 wagon that debuted for the 2004 model year. It's powered by a 3.2-liter V6 that has an output of 224 HP. Very reliable, underappreciated car for sure.
This WAG matches perfectly with his Mercedes 600 SEL W140 V12. This one isn't just the regular S-Class. The 600 SEL is way rarer than this S600. They may look the same, but they're not. The SEL came first between 1992 and 93. Too tough. The historic whip rotation continues with a sleek Mercedes 600 SL V12. Nicknamed Pilot Talk, this sports car has an overseas license plate and a Carlson badge, which was a German car tuning manufacturer specializing in Mercedes-Benz cars, founded in 1989. That badge means everything. Such a rare masterpiece, this one here, but we can get even rarer. Just wait for the top 5. This one deserves a solid 15th rank. Oh, you thought we were done with Mercedes? No, sir. Check out this vintage 1996 Mercedes W210 Brabus B6 with custom silver wheels. If that's not a heavy hitter, I don't know what is. Yes, Brabus started modding cars in 1977, guys. So around the 90s, they were already a pretty well-established tuning company. This W210 is one of a kind. B6 stands for the 6-cylinder new engine. Also, them sneakers he put on the car are way better than the black ones she originally came with. The Yakuza Special gets 14th place. One of his first classic lowriders was this everything blue diamond Cadillac Coupe de Ville dropped on 22-inch Forgiato wheels. It don't get much cleaner than this. The heart is Chevy made, and you even got the Forgiato steering wheel inside to match the rims. Very fresh. 13th rank for the Jet Lag. Now, as I told you before, there's also some modern wave in Currency's garage. Rolls-Royce takes part in the new school side of the garage. Not one, but 2 of them. A big boy Rolls-Royce Cullinan that he bought back in 2020 in a super nice dark green with orange guts. To match the interior, he fitted the SUV with orange Forgiatos. He kept the chrome parts on it exactly like his two-tone Rolls-Royce Wraith. Dark brown at the bottom, silver at the top. This one came out even sexier because of them gorgeous gold wheels. These two bring the collection's value to at least $800,000 already. Back to the classics though. Do you remember Ramon from Cars? I'm sure you do. Spitter got himself a baby that looks just like him. A 1965 Chevrolet Impala Super Sport. A top-notch lowrider with a dark blue-purple paint job that flows together perfectly. This Eastside 65 is an essential if you're an American car collector. And this man Currency didn't disappoint on that spec once again. A cool 10th place for Ramon. Monte Carlo is an opulent city in Monaco, France. To fill Chevrolet's need for a personal luxury car to compete with cars such as the Pontiac Grand Prix and Ford Thunderbird, they released the Chevrolet Monte Carlo in 1970. In 32 model years, over 4.4 million were produced. Now that's some numbers right there. As usual, our New Orleans native does it his own way. Now let me tell you, that's not pink or salmon. That's pank, baby. It's that 1950s bathtub light rose, you feel me? His bounces, of course. This fine ass deserves a respectable 9th rank. Now what y'all think about that?
What'd you think about
Now because
that
things are about to get heavier, just
cool.
peep this neat forest green Chevrolet El Camino with peanut butter inside and some wires on it. This is falling in love material right here. The El Camino is a coupe utility vehicle that was produced between 1959 to 1960 and 1964 to 1987. El Camino means the way in Spanish. Now let me tell you, we all need to find our way to something like this, no lie. Best one I've ever seen. El Camino Andretti earns 8th place. Shantae's first car was a 1964 Impala that ended up under 8 to 10 feet of water and was ruined by Hurricane Katrina in 2005. He would go through several other cars before landing this stunning Paris green 1964 Chevrolet Impala. Ray of Homie's Car Club lent a hand and installed the complete chrome undercarriage with ultimate hydraulics, installing the custom chrome 2-pump setup featuring 4 switches and 8 batteries. Her nickname? Mint Condition. This is one of his dearest ever. 7th rank. The king of classics kept his crazy run with a white Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z on Daytonas. He copped this one in 2019. Always was one of his dream whips. The IROC Z is a performance-focused variant of the 3rd generation Camaro. It was named for the International Race of Champions and was initially offered as an option package on the Z28. They received improved suspension, upgraded fuel injection and custom decals. In 1984, it was originally referred to as the Camaro that thinks it's a Corvette. But hey, she's too sexy though. 6th place. Entering the top 5, we have a whip very few people hate. This 1996 Chevy Impala SS is perfection already from the outside, but it hides a fun secret under the trunk lid. He has had this one for a few years, and it proudly sits on aftermarket wheels from Forgiato. But hear this out though, there's something else that makes this one different than your regular 96 Impala SS. It comes with John Moss's signature under the trunk's lid. The 90s Chevy Impala SS concept was the brainchild of GM designer John Moss, making this 96 Impala SS even more special for all car enthusiasts. And Currency revealed that the designer's signature on the muscle car was the selling point for him. We're about to cover something extra distinct now. Old Benzes hardly lose. This one surely doesn't. A 1997 Mercedes SL 500 convertible La Costa edition in dark turquoise metallic with matching face OZ racing wheels and matching leather guts. This one he rarely brings out because only 30 examples of it were ever made. We gotta take care of this one, baby. Mercedes made these 30 for the 1997 model year to commemorate their sponsorship of the PGA Mercedes Championships Golf Tournament at the La Costa Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California, held January 6th to 10th, 1997. All 30 cars were painted Calypso green and had two-tone interiors of Calypso green and black leather. The Lacoste Benz makes it to 4th rank. From the tropics, we go in the mountains. Currency's Mercedes-Benz W124 AMG is all white. This is like the 5th Benz V12 in the collection, and this one's ready for the winter. Immaculate is the word. You have matching painted stock wheels to create a cohesive look. Launched in 1984, the W124 was the chassis designation for the mid-80s and mid-90s models, and they were the first generation of cars to be officially referred to as the E-Class. Legendary. The Snowman got the bronze medal at 3rd rank. Guess what? For 1997, Chevrolet released a new special edition Currency fell in love with. This low-volume 30th anniversary SS could prove to be the next classic Camaro. Bold hugger orange exterior stripes, white wheels, all-new interior styling, and special SS badges set these special Camaros apart. Only 979 were made for the US and Canadian markets. Powered by the LT1 V8 with 310 horsepower, this super sport is such a clever choice for the fleet. 2nd place, no hesitation. So what's the best car in Currency's car collection? Well, for us, it's none other than his 1998 Corvette C5 Indianapolis 500 pace car. The car features a striking purple-blue metallic exterior with yellow accents and wheels, making it instantly recognizable as the official pace car of the 82nd Indianapolis 500. The interior is finished with high-quality materials and features special touches that set this edition apart from the regular C5 models. This life-size Hot Wheels is now on OZ custom shoes as well. The Pace Vet goes 1st rank.
That ain't even really that cool. They would make the drivers and stuff. But don't mind the dirt though. They only made 5,000 of this truck. They're the 23rd one of the assembly line. I'm getting that paper, yeah. I ain't put the album out yet.
Okay, fam. Now that's one heck of a collection. 24 cars, all bangers. His whole warehouse is easily valued between $5 and $10 million. Tell us what your favorite whip from Currency's fleet is, and if you think he has the best old school collection in hip hop. Speaking of OG rappers, if you
Man, that was fly right there. Man, which one of them you like, D-Class? I can't hear you. Your mic muted.
Yeah, I'm on number 24. All that Impala, I'm not a fan of all that, bro. I'm with the box Chevys and all of that, bro. Like,
You got some box Chevys and shit in there. They just was cut up.
yeah, I need the basic, bro. Number 24.
Man, I'm trying to come through like.
Yeah, see, I don't need all that. I ain't trying to get whiplash to go down the street, bro.
There was some nice ones though, right?
Nah, he had nice little whips. They big on them Hot Wheels though. That's a big movement right now.
Yeah, that Hot Wheel, that was crazy right there.
Justice for Dip.
All right, here we go.
#1 Tupac channel host, Valentino. This is SB the Ghost. LOX, keep shining and grinding, brothers. Do what you do.
Evidence are accusing this man, former police officer and Suge Knight's security guard, Reggie Wright Jr., as the man responsible.
Quick still tapping.
Were you injured in a car?
So before we jump into that, D class, how's the box truck business been going so far? What's the new news, man?
Man, shit. Trying to get this truck, man. Basically getting all of the behind the scenes shit together, man. Dealing with the insurance and yeah, bro. It's a lot, man. It's definitely an eye-opening experience. Man.
Well, it's an enjoyable one because you starting a new business. So man, I just want to congratulate you, man.
Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. Now I'm at the point, man, where it's just time to jump off the porch, man, and see what happens. Man.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get into more of this shit. DJ Quick thinks that Reggie Wright orchestrated the Tupac murder. They done brought DJ Quick into this shit.
All right, so who telling this story? Suge Knight?
No, DJ Quick believes Reggie Wright orchestrated the Tupac shooting, not Keefe D. Reggie crashes out.
I was about to
DJ
say,
Quick is going to be the topic of discussion. Let's go. Why, you don't want to hear Suge Knight's side of the story no more? You tired of just Suge?
I mean, Suge Knight, he going back to Ray J, bro. Like every time he go back to Ray J, bro. That's what I said. Hey, I was trying to see where it was gonna start and then how we was gonna get back over there. Like I don't know, man. I'm just trying to piece it together.
Yeah, and Lil Ray.
I'm just trying to piece it together, bro.
Oh my god, that nigga shit is fun me, bro. All right, come on, let's go. Oh my god, that dude is hilarious. This nigga said, I don't want to hear shit back because all he gonna do is talk about Ray J.
You cannot be crashing out every time somebody speaks their opinion about you being involved in orchestrating the hit on Pac or Pac's body double. Drop comments below. So basically, 50 Cent made a post about Keefe D last week, and DJ Quick made a comment. Of course, Reggie Wright. He didn't say senior. He didn't say junior. But you decide to crash out. Every 5 seconds, you want to crash out on somebody. Now you want to crash out on DJ Quick. Bro, you got enough problems. Why didn't you crash out on yourself when you threw away the murder weapon, the 40 cal? Why you ain't crash out when you did not give Fatal back his 40 cal? Why you didn't crash out when you lied and told your dad, Suge told you it was Southside, then the Southside Crips? Yeah, every 5 seconds, but first they want to crash out. Yeah, Quick is our legend, man. You cannot compare no DJ Mustard to no fucking Quick. You must be bumping your head on that damn wheelchair doing Papa Wheelies. We need y'all drop comments below.
Yeah, you hear
this nigga, hey, dude, it wasn't Suge that brought down Death Row either. It was Trayvon Lane, bitch ass, scary ass nigga, got that chain took and then got Tupac in that fight. And then that's how Tupac got shot, because Trayvon Lane, he was like the little bully, he was like a instigator. It's always the one that don't mean nothing that bring the whole house of cards down. Trayvon Lane, you ought to be real proud of yourself. You was a bitch ass nigga. You fucked it up for everybody.
Cavelli or me against the world?
Yes, him.
Both of y'all.
Both of y'all.
I tried to like get cross-eyed and look both of y'all in the eye at the same time.
Easily Machiavelli because it came after All Eyes on Me, which was the album that I mixed a lot of, not all of it. Then Dr. Dre mixed them fucking You Can't See Me and California Love and sent that shit into the front room and made the speakers almost catch on fire. This nigga Dr. Dre be putting speakers on fire.
Let's talk about
Machiavelli.
Blasphemy, one of my favorite Tupac songs ever. It's like horribly mixed. It's like it's like
ratchet.
It's like the vocals are fucking.
Wait, Machiavelli you talking about?
Machiavelli, but Blasphemy, the song number 5.
Oh, okay.
My favorite Tupac song ever.
I didn't mix it. That's why it sucked.
That shit was crazy.
Who mixed it?
I don't know. It sucked. You crazy?
Not the.
He said the mix. He's saying the mix.
Yeah, that's
the
crazy.
mix sucked.
No, but I think
that's what you liked about it. You liked the roughness.
That's what I fucked with.
Like
Like,
track.
you could tell it was like, just like that nigga was really mad that day. And even if it was mixed, he was just yelling through the shit.
Send me some of that record.
No, let's play it right now.
Let's play it.
Play it right now. Pull it up.
Please.
I don't know how nobody got to take a piss about me every time.
Hey man, I'm too much into this shit. I can't move. I can't move, man. I can't move. And I'm trying to think of which record is this.
So we're gonna play Tupac Blasphemy because that motherfucker's hard. Now I do go to old records and listen to the mixing and be like, yeah, this could have been mixed better. What do you think though, D-Class? What is your favorite album by Tupac?
All Eyes on Me would have to be my favorite album.
Favorite album? And which song on there? I know it's got to be more than one because the whole album bang.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that. You just put it on and
you just put that bitch on and take you on a motherfucking mission. I think Machiavelli though. Machiavelli was the shit.
My favorite Tupac song though is really "I Get Around." That's my favorite.
I Get Around.
That's my favorite Tupac. That's because probably that's the first real Pac song I could say
that
I think
I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. All right, we ain't gonna play no commercials, so let me skip past the commercial. We've been good on the copyright shit, so let's keep our shit good. We've been able to watch all this shit and do this shit with no problem. I ain't had no issues yet.
Okay.
I think we've been doing it the right way.
Man, might do an R&B night tomorrow, man. Do some.
My life and your life. Honestly, cooperating with God, by accepting Jesus Christ as our personal Lord and Savior. As the Lord does return in the coming 7 days. We'll see you next time. Bible promise.
Don't start that blasphemy. Remember what Pops told me. The new word. Follow me. Remember what Pops told me. My family tree consists of drug dealers, thugs, and killers. Struggling, known to hustle, screaming, fuck they feelings. I got advice from my father. All he told me was this: nigga, get off your ass if you plan to be rich. There's 10 rules to the game, but I'll share with you too. No, niggas gon' hate you for whatever you do. Now, rule 1, get your cash on MOB. That's money over bitches cause they breed envy. Now, rule 2 is a hard one. Watch for phonies. Keep your enemies close, nigga. Watch your homies. It seemed a little unimportant when he told me I smiled. Picture jewels being handed to an innocent child. I never knew in my lifetime I lived by these rules. Initiated as an outlaw, studying rules. Now Papa ain't around, so I gotta recall or come to grips with being written on my enemies' walls. Promise if I have a seat, I'ma guide them right. Dear Lord, don't let me die tonight.
I don't know, man. That mixing was cool. It wasn't horrible. What you think?
It was like that seemed like some raw shit.
This was done in the 90s though. So I mean it could have been probably mixed better. I don't know. DJ Quick said he didn't mix it, so that's why it wasn't right.
But then too is like Problems was saying though, like the sound of it. Like that might be really what pushed it through. Cause I mean, yeah, the fact that if everybody paid attention to the mixing, that mean you was looking for something to find wrong with the song.
It's like this with Tupac. I got songs that ain't my favorite, but he don't got no bullshit songs. Like compared to what other niggas is putting out, some of whatever you would call the song that you don't listen to the most, you still like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I might jam pack the
Level
book.
that shit.
I'm out.
Some of them I've heard too much, so they're not the ones I'm gonna go to and listen to nowadays. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas played them CDs out for years after Pac died. Like even while he was alive, niggas was listening to it. But I feel like
God, it's like how many Machiavellis they had, bro.
nigga used to go by all of them, man.
Like think about how many Machiavellis they had after he died. Like that shit is crazy. Like it's talking about that man had like over 100 some songs that was unreleased. And I'm sure if he did, we heard every last one of them motherfuckers through that Machiavelli.
And you can find some of them on YouTube. Just look up. You can find albums and all kind of shit that you never heard of right on YouTube nowadays. Let's get back into it.
And you know what's fucked up about that? When you said when I said Machiavelli, you know what's fucked up? I didn't know music by names at that time. I would be like number 17 or number 12. So if
I said number 5.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the numbers.
CD era.
That was the CD era. So I'm thinking of the numbers. So I'm like, which one is this one? Like. That was fucked up. You remember that era though? Like,
that lets you know we old.
It was like number 5, but like on your CD.
I like how you call it era.
That was that era. You don't remember that's the CD era. Like
man, the bass line drop and you hear doom. Don't start that blasphemy again. That should just yo.
You got it?
They say Jesus was a calm man. You understand?
The record sold 3 million units like that, but the mix wasn't dope. There was some magic it needed.
Hey. I did this about 5. Listen, my Mars pure. It's another door. Oh my God.
It still should have been mixed.
You motherfuckers did so much profits. Let me renew that mix was fucked up. You just said it. Yo, now I can hear it.
It's horrible. It's terrible.
Yo,
it's terrible.
No, I didn't even peep that. I didn't even peep that. That's what's great.
It was terrible. Like distorted vocals. Whoa.
He's spitting the shit though.
He talking,
bro.
It made it where I had to listen to the words.
Who produced that record?
I think like one producer did that project.
He mixed it and produced the whole project. It was hard to listen to after we just did all that work on All Eyes on Me. It was like, and he died too. We had to listen to what he did. It was like, don't die, just come on vacation.
Right.
It was the same.
Stop working yourself to death. Put some furniture in this mansion.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Pac talking about.
Yeah. I want him to be a homebody.
He said that makes
Mary Vice Kid.
I didn't understand. Yo, until you said it.
Mary
and then he said, and then I was like, all right, cool. You know what it was? That album was so disruptive. Like that's
he was dissing all y'all.
Yeah,
he was all one. Yeah,
it's disjointed.
They wasn't fucking with that.
But it was dope. So everyone still had to listen. Like,
Cannabis. It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a $36 billion global industry.
No disrespect to Drake. I love Drake, but I know he gotta not like us too. Like I know he gotta like it. It's like because this is just a dope record.
Yeah.
So even if somebody
didn't say that, that's like how you put that, Nori.
Like sometimes the shit is just dope. It's just like like you just said, like you and I'm 8 going at it. Like there's a line that you like of his that he said about you.
Yeah,
and it's like
it was mean, but that record was a hot record. Like he went gold with that record. This record against me, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. He fucked me. I was in some random hood when I heard the record too. Like somebody said, I'm in a Lexus and shit. I got iBox sprays. I got 18 fucking AZ rims. Look like movie reels. I'm fly as fuck. I got a Movado watch that Eazy-E bought me, and I listened to this nigga in fucking the IE in an apartment building. This nigga getting off on me, and I'm listening to it. I'm in the IE, hot as fish grease. I'm like, this nigga is getting me again. I thought we just talked. I said, let's not diss each other so we can fuck the source. I wanted to fuck the Source magazine up because they was just eating off that shit, all our beefs. So I was like, bro, let's just do a record together and just fuck them up. He was like, chill. I was like, chill, fuck it. But he had already finished the diss song, so he couldn't tell me that because I would have been irate. I don't know, or whatever. Like the real shit. It was but it's still dope. But it ended up like the record came out. He couldn't say that he didn't already shoot at me. Just bullet just hit me after he left.
Right.
That just stemmed from like No Vaseline though. Like that kicked off.
That record
like,
let me know it was cool to be.
That was the illest
blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah.
To be
fuck all y'all.
Disrespectful.
Damn, I'm glad y'all said it.
Bro.
That's crazy.
And he dissed him all the way to the end when the record goes off.
Everything.
He's still talking about the year when the record goes off.
We talking about No Vaseline?
Yeah.
Oh.
No Vaseline is the title of the record is disrespectful.
Right. Yeah. You know, I didn't know that terminology when he meant.
You can't be the
No
Vaseline?
Yeah, like they
with a white
ass.
Oh man.
I did. That was crazy because if I want to tell you like this, when we did LA.
As the answer to New York.
Yeah, this was the answer to New York.
I'll drink to that.
Hold on, Prodigy. The only verse that even sounded remotely, because we didn't
sound like a diss.
It wasn't a diss. It was just
the
a response.
title was
like
a diss.
The response, like New York, LA. But what I'm trying to tell you is, Prodigy was his verse was the only verse that's referred to LA. Like none of us said LA, and he said JFK.
And the intro.
No. We just copied them back because they was like, "Yo, what's
intro
up?"
was disrespectful.
They was like, "What's up? What's up? God? What's up, God? What's up, God?" So we was like, we just imitating back. We was like, "What's up, God?"
Right.
What up? So there was nothing no diss, but Prodigy said JFK on our way to LA, and by the time the record came out, Prodigy took the verse off, and he said he didn't want to be a part of the record. And then when he didn't want to be a part of the record, that's when Hit 'Em Up came out, and he was like, "I want to be a part of the record again." But it was that 2 months.
Oh, rest in peace, bro.
He was the only one who took his verse off.
Man.
But then he was the only one that Pac actually attacked. Think about it, because when Pac is hearing the original version, if Pac would have waited the 2 months that we have now, the digital,
got lost in translation.
there would have never been. If there would have been a Hit 'Em Up, but it wouldn't have been dissing Mobb Deep, and it wouldn't have been dissing Nas. Yes, it wouldn't have been.
The Nas thing got fixed before the album came out, too, right?
Yes.
Y'all, this is heavy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that 2 month span that we talking about, that's why. That's why I love your answer when I say analog and digital, because I love analog for when it comes to music. When it comes to in time, like if us doing a record, like if I get a DJ quick beat, I want to be in the studio with him. You know what I'm saying? But then I like analog because sometimes you got to fix some shit.
Well, digital.
I like digital. Excuse me.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you got to fix some shit in real time.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the funniest shit. But hold on. In this case with Tupac, right? There is 2 different versions of it. There is like a digital underground version. Then there's that version right in between. And then it's the Death Row version.
That's not bro. He's a young man.
I toured with him, bro.
He's a young man.
He was a roadie. He was a roadie on our tour.
I didn't ask you.
Hold on, y'all. Look, he was a roadie on the tour. Like, Shock is right wanted to be a roadie. Yeah, but he was shining on stage. Like we were all, that was Tommy Boy. We were profiled. Like it
was on Tommy Boy.
Hammer was Capitol Records, bro. It was all the same thing. But Pac was like, he was the Humpty Dance record, right? When everybody was doing the Humpty Dance, Pac was more like the director, like the
choreographer.
I wouldn't call it that.
Okay.
He was just the brightest. He was the brightest diamond in the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And he made the shows lit. So when Shock did the record for him, it just blew him up. We all waited for that. You know what I'm saying? He was this dope little. He was almost like a Black Panther, but we didn't know that's what it was. He just had a lot of enthusiasm. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
So let me ask you: Do you look at Pac like a Bay Area guy, or you look at him like a LA guy?
I look at him as the fucking roadie on the tour who got his record out. He got out-rapped on his first album, unfortunately. Ice Cube got on there and just shined. It was what it was, but it was like he was a prize fighter.
Which album?
On his very first album. On his very first album, everybody knows, it's no secret. But the fact that he came back and did this thing where he just took on this persona When I heard "Dear Mama," bro, like I got out of my car. He changed from all that, hippity skibbity hobbity, DOS effects, whatever he was going for. It was like it was his thing. He was telling his story, and it was cool. But I was being vain because I was already rich and famous, and I probably didn't listen to him like I should have. I didn't hear his civil rights guy until I heard "Dear Mama," and it was like, and then I had to go back. And unfortunately for me, I was wrong. And I had to go back and listen to his discography again and reintroduce myself to him when I was too busy promoting my own records. But Tupac Amaru Shakur was a beast in the studio. It was one of the most funnest times I had in my life, and I wish I could have been there because I would have easily jumped in front of the shooter.
What do you think would have happened?
And I miss him.
If Pac would have still been signed to death row, but didn't indulge in gangbanging activity?
It wasn't gangbanging activity. He was never he was never free from that case. He was out on parole. So he never got comfortable because he knew at some point maybe he have to go to jail. I don't know. He wasn't free.
Right, it's real.
He still had to go and rectify that situation, which we all later found out what it was, but it was like he never felt free. That's why he never furnished his houses. That's why it was fleeting between him and Kidada, and I love them both. Like I wish they were a beautiful dream that we were just watching come to fruition, and it didn't end up the way it was supposed to end up.
Kidada, you took one of them. That's Quincy Jones' daughter, right?
I'm talking about his wife. I don't know all about Quincy. I wasn't in her daddy business at that point. I remember him and the cute girl, Kidada. That was love. That was finally. I was like, yeah, love. Oh,
goddamn,
and he didn't get a chance to live his life, bro. That sucks because we're all just left with all these questions and what ifs and hypotheses that don't mean anything.
Right.
We're just throwing ideas, like we're just crumbling butterflies, bro. Talking about what could have been.
Right.
1 minute, everything is cool. Ain't nobody tripping, everything's straight. And the next minute, drama. And I can't help but to keep thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because, it'd be different if I was just looking at him from afar, like, admiring him as a celebrity or whatnot. But I know him,
Right.
So it's like, my stomach hurt.
He's a good brother, man. I mean, people can say whatever they want about Pac, but man. I mean, it's you can feel it in his presence, man. He's got a good heart, man. It just hurts, man. It's just, man. Now, what do you think?
I can't think. I mean, it's weird. I probably shouldn't say this, but I would rather for him not to live like a vegetable, because I heard that his esophagus is damaged.
Man, I don't even want to start thinking about that. Like, I don't even want to start thinking about stuff like that, man. Dude, these news people can't.
Yeah, man. Let's jump into something else. What you think so far, D-Class?
I mean, yeah, it's dope, man. I'm down to watch anything dealing with Pac, man. Like, shit is pretty dope, man. It was fucked up that he died early, man, but you know what I'm saying? He did a lot of shit in a short time, man.
We still talking about him to this day, right?
Yeah, they trying to find out who the killer is still, man. Shit.
I think they finally finna get down to the nitty gritty now, though.
I would say, right? Now here's the thing, right?
Shout out Chuck No Joke.
When Gene Squill went and started running his goddamn mouth about there being two shooters and where he heard it and this, that, and the third, right? Pork Butt, the dirty pig, the dirty drug trafficking dirty pig from Compton, right?
Why you gotta put Compton in it, Chuck?
He gets upset and goes, listen, y'all. See, this is what tell me. They trying to dirty up the case. You ever heard anybody say they was outside of the car shooting up the car? You ever heard anybody say they was outside the car? Now Gene talking about you know, this East Coast nigga and these other people talking about it was somebody outside the car. This is what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody was outside the car.
Chuck said, "How would
Really?
you know?"
Really?
Really?
See, this is where I don't understand Las Vegas prosecutors. Why do y'all deal with this dude? Why do y'all trust this dude? He's a liar. Everything he's telling y'all is a lie. He's spinning y'all. From the chain, that's a lie. The whole story about the chain, that's a lie. Them niggas was not fighting over no chain. Them niggas was over there fighting over set tripping. That's all that was. Set tripping. Now, here's the interesting thing, y'all. Please share this video. Please share this video, because right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow the lid off this Tupac murder.
Come here, Chuck.
I'm about to blow the lid off this Tupac murder because y'all niggas don't be paying attention. Everybody want to get up here and talk. They can talk, but you got to listen to what people say. So please forward this right now. Hit that like button. When I see 200 people back up on the screen, I'm going to give you something that's going to blow your mind. Because Reggie, you did this one. You did this right here. Now, how many of y'all remember in one of the latest Suge Knight Collect Calls episode where Suge talked about the Vegas incident, right? What did Suge say, right? He said, Reggie's homeboy cut me off. And you remember Reggie? Oh man, what are you talking about? He told, oh, he my homeboy now? All right, he my homeboy now, right? Suge said Reggie homeboy cut him off. Not his homeboy, Reggie's homeboy cut him off, right? But Reggie is sitting here talking about, have y'all ever heard anybody out the car at all? It wasn't nobody out the car. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see some real ill shit right now? Y'all want to see some real ill-ish right now? Watch this. Watch this. K-Dub, Snoop homeboy too, right? That's Reggie homeboy. And you see him right now running around with Snoop and Harry O, right? I'm going to show y'all some shit that's going to blow your mind, right? Let me do this first. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use.
We're just doing reactions to this. We do not own the content that you are listening to. The Copyright Act 107, copyright 1976. Let's go.
It's under fair use. Shout out to Distraction for posting this, right? Because I don't got to go and get it from the original and I can use it over here and y'all can see it. Hey, Reggie, you said nobody was outside the cars, right? Y'all ain't never heard nobody outside the car, right? Now, I told y'all, somebody got out and shot through the front of that windshield, right? Listen to this.
How did it end up with bullet holes in the front windshield in the first place?
This shit was a setup. They always been saying you worth more dead than you are alive. They've been saying that shit.
My investigators have arranged for me to meet with one of the members of Suge Knight's inner circle. K-Dub, who was a member of the mob Pyru Bloods, was in the caravan of cars that was headed to clubs.
Give me 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll show you how you can start your own
In Las Vegas the night that Tupac was shot.
So why after 20 years were you talking about what happened?
I feel by you being a civil rights attorney, you for the people. So if you for the people, and then we the people.
What do you remember? Do you remember seeing something first or hearing something first?
Well, all I remember is hearing the shot. The first shot rang out, and it was like a cannon. My car was being shot up.
It caught you totally by surprise.
Totally by surprise. Through the mirror, and I seen Pac like trying to jump over the back seat, and like a bunch of smoke in the car. My first instinct was that they both were dead. So I jumped out my car and ran back to the car, and I looked at Pac, and he looked and he gave me this crazy look like, whoa.
Did he say anything to you?
Suge, you're all right, you're all right. And he was like in total shock, because I mean, you know, I know he never expected that to happen. So they're like, well, come on, man, we got to get out of here. We got to go. So I ran back to my car and pulled up, and then he came up and turned around and drove off.
Yeah.
So why was the car in front of him in the first place? Was that a setup to block him in to make sure that it happened? Or was the person that jumped out of the car and shot through the front windshield in the car with K-Dub?
I'm sure. Because, yeah, it only makes sense. You can't go nowhere if somebody stopped right in front of you without having to reverse and do all that extra shit. So, spur of the moment, yeah, that definitely was a setup.
He saw Tupac jumping in the back seat from inside his car in the rear view, right? And he got out the car and ran up to Pac and said, yo, Pac, you all right? Yo, Suge, you all right? And Suge just like this. Okay, where did he go after that? He's not on the floor with the outlaws enough. He's not at the crime scene with the outlaws enough. He didn't go and give a testimony for Reggie, who Reggie liked good witnesses, right? He didn't go and testify for the grand jury, right? He said he jumped back in his car and said, let's go. He's not at the crime scene. Did he go to the hospital? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where was you, Reggie, for 3 hours? Now, Reggie, you said nobody was out the car. This nigga said he ran up on the car after they was shot. Now, if he was the only person out the car, in my opinion, that's suspect. Because if you look at the trajectory of the shots, if he said he got out the car and you see that windshield shot, if he blocked off Suge, this is all hypothetically speaking. This is the street nigga in me. If he blocked off Suge car was in the front. He blocks him off in the cross. He blocks the whole crosswalk, right? They stuck. Suge can't go ahead. And you telling me he jumped out his car.
I always thought about that. Why, when Suge heard the first shots, he didn't drive off? That's because he was blocked the fuck in.
Yeah.
The motherfucking shot right in the windshield in the front. And then he runs up on Pac. There's another shot right there in the front fucking door. Right? Why Frank ain't say he saw him, K-Dub, run up to the car? Why Gaddafi ain't see him? Why SUGE never said anything about K-Dub asking him was they okay, and he ran over and talked to Pop?
Yeah, we ain't know.
But Reggie, you said nobody ever got outside the car. It was nobody outside the car. We know allegedly Bunchy shot at the white Cadillac, right? So if K-Dub jumped out his car and ran up on Pop and was like, yo, Pop, you all right? Yo, SUGE, you all right? That makes sense to y'all, and nobody else saw this shit? And then where did K-Dub go after that? Where did he go after that? I don't hear him say he at the crime scene with them.
Man, that rabbit hole,
When
he goes so deep.
Yeah, dude. That shit, man, you can watch videos about that shit all day long.
You sure could. To get down to the nitty gritty, follow the money. That's all I would say. Who benefited? Who made all the money? That's that's where you go check. Start there, and then everything else will make sense later.
Right. Plus, too, man, if you go back, man, and you go back and listen to the music and all the shit that they talk about, man, you fucking around and find yourself listening to some good music.
Fact. For all you young people who ain't never heard no Tupac before, go check that out. All right, here go with SUGE thing. Hope you don't talk about race.
What made Tupac attack Orlando?
Well, the truth of the matter, it definitely wasn't nobody going to snatch Tupac chain. Number one, we wouldn't allow that. Number two, Pac wouldn't allow that. So it wasn't about no chain snatching.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Something was told to Pac to make Pac go on one. And when you really look at it, we know everybody that when you tell somebody like Pac, his eyes on you, and these people getting paid to kill you, he gonna do what he's supposed to do. He gonna go. And what happened. But there was a lot to go along with that. And it wasn't a coincidence. And nothing make that type of movement. But jealousy, greed, and money cost Pac his life, cost me my freedom. Even though it didn't have nothing to violate me on. Even though everybody want to twist the story here and there. You know, I never judge people because I don't hear the words. But now I'm sitting in a place where I got
Hey, if a car gets shot up, why would it be smoke in the inside of the car?
Because that means the shot might have came from the inside.
Their lawyer and my lawyer, I wasn't there because I was already in custody in jail. There's no way I should have got a violation, but I did. And that same violation came back to cross me up again. Like all the other stuff everybody talking about, only thing I gotta say is this: stupidity, stupidity, stupidity. Whoever's involved in any of that type of stuff,
I mean, honestly, like I gotta see it because I'm trying to think like bullets going through doors and paneling and all that type of shit, right? That can't be no special, like no regular gun, right?
Right.
Like this ain't no regular 9mm or 40 Glock somebody shooting.
You're not shooting through no panels and no shit like that.
Old school BMW shooting through doors and all that type of shit.
And them motherfuckers is metal, so you know that ain't no bullshit. Yeah, I mean it's crazy to say, but I don't know, man. It's a lot going on with this shit.
Then smoking the inside of the car to me either means that it was up close, because you got to think you're shooting out of another car to another car. The smoke gonna come out of the gun. Why would the bullet be smoking? Especially if the bullets is hitting them. Why would it be smoke in the inside of the car? Oh, that's kind of deep to me right there.
That's the question of the hour right now.
I have nothing to say about that case, and they should leave me out of that case because that's not my case. And I have nothing to say.
Will be monitored and recorded.
Keefy D was pounding on his chest like King Kong. I still don't want to see another black man either want to put another black man in prison. That's not me. But I tell you this. Don't bring me to Loserville. I call Vegas Loserville. Only Vegas is sitting in somebody's county jail if they can guarantee me that me and Keefy D will be sellies. Because that happened, I felt different than the boy. I got 6 punches to the stomach, 6 punches to the head, and 2 in the face. But still, free Keefy D. That ain't me. He'd have to change.
If you can you take me through the moments before you got grazed and Pac got shot? Like, what was y'all talking about? Like, what was y'all listening to and doing? If you don't mind me asking. I know it's a sensitive topic, so you know.
So you know what happened, what they thought happened. The set of the movie they did, they called All Eyes on Me, was false, fake, not true. And the people that was involved with that movie.
Did that nigga just beat around the bush of the question? That nigga asked him, what was you and Tupac talking about and doing in the car before y'all got shot up?
They just used Tupac's name to get some fame. But I'll tell you this. I'm not getting all the details of it, but the fact of the matter is this. Yeah. Frank Alexander said he was involved. Yeah. We did get shot. But we was having a real conversation. I'm like, all right, we're going to go up this way. And
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Pac was like, let me drive. You bleeding out your head. You can't see. We joking. I'm like, shh. Nigga, I know how to drive. He said, well, I'm going to take this oldies out. He says, my song to you. And the song started playing. I said, you talking to me. I was taking your collect calls. So Pac put on a song called You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. And we was bumping that. And it wasn't a situation where I hit my tires or something happened and what happened on the strip. And so many people was claiming the club over. I don't know who all had a story, but a lot of people who had a story was lying to try to cover their own asses. There's some people that I talked to, and I heard this shit. That we got assassinated. Step, when I heard it, when I seen some of it, it took me right back to the 90s. I've never in my whole life entered a time zone like that. And when I say this, it shows you who blocked somebody in, who did what, who was involved, who played a part, who didn't follow us, who didn't come to the hospital, who got paid, who snitched on each other, who told on each other. And who was on one side, really with my whole journey, so dead on. It is way too aggressive for a phone call out of prison. It did. This is crazy. So it's so dead on. Some people that start ordering them a plane now, going to be with Russell Simmons after Russell Simmons raped all those boys and girls. It's crazy.
What'd you get from that one, D-Glass? So, he said we were blocked in, and the reason that the tire popped and all that wasn't because we ran over some island on the road. It's because motherfuckers was trying to run us off the road. So, they were still being ambushed the whole time until they got on the strip and the car stopped. Basically. You muted.
Facts. I mean, yeah, the thing about it is they like nobody's even talking about the fact that they even was getting ran off the road. Like that's shit that you know what I'm saying. Nobody's even brought up. So it's like they're giving.
Like nigga said he was in front of him and was looking out the rear view mirror. But it damn near sound like bro was the shooter.
Right.
Like when he pulled up, he started shooting, and when he blocked him off, he started shooting. And he got out the car and started shooting some more. Jumped back in the car and started the chase.
Yeah. What it sound like to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I can't wait for this movie to come out. I want to see what the fuck he's talking about because I showed you the trailer. I don't know about any other Tupac movie coming out other than the trailer I showed you. So let's see. He keep talking about this movie, and I'm like, okay, what movie? I don't know about no movie. You know about a movie?
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
I think you know something, D class. Go on and tell me, man.
Nope. If I knew, you would definitely be the first person to know.
See, they tried to bury this guy, but this the guy, man, that came with all the real shit. Russell Pohl, man. When you get some time, do your research on Russell, man. Russell had it 100% correct. And he ended up dead at work from heart attack.
Yeah.
Mind you, they got shit to make you have a fucking heart attack, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro had cracked it open, man. And when he starts saying police officers and all that was involved, his ass ended up dead at the police station.
I be, man. You gotta be careful what you say around these parts.
File your taxes.
That'll conclude this episode of News You Can Use. We are an hour in. I'll leave more for us to do so we can go into the journey a little bit more of us to talk about, because this thing is still kind of going on. So we'll deep dive into it. We just, commentating, giving opinions, just putting two and two together and things that make sense of commentary that's already out. It's not like we're the ones to break it. It is. Other people have already said these things. It's already out. We're just sitting here reacting to it and giving our opinions at some point. But in this situation, I don't give any opinion because I don't think that's my place. Just for me to observe and state the obvious. How you feeling, class? What you got to say before we go?
That is a fact, man. I mean, we hear basically shit. I mean, me personally, this is my first time hearing a lot of this shit. So, I mean, shit, I'm just sitting here high thinking about the shit just like you thinking about it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we out. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow.